It's so good to see you again, Orest. It's Friday late in Ukraine, a little bit earlier here in Western Europe. It's good to see you again. I can tell you are at home. My first question is, how is your family doing? Are they safe?
Yes, yes, we are fine. Thank you so much.
And how about the rest of the community? You are the leader of the Ox network with more than 50 communities, so I can understand that probably there will be a very different situation for the various communities, especially those in Kiev. Do you have any news from them?
Yes, I have. So it's really dangerous situation in Kiev because Russian troops, Russian terrorists continue to bomb Kiev and to try to capture it. So they try to around Kiev and to make a humanitarian catastrophe as they have done in different cities in Ukraine.
Are you aware of any casualties within your communities?
No. In our communities, there are no. I didn't hear. We have a lot of mobilized people, but for now, thanks to God, all are alive.
We hear about hundreds of thousands of refugees streaming into Western Europe, Poland. We have the first arrivals also here in Vienna. What about the situation of the refugees that have left your communities? Do you know more about them?
So generally, these people who went to Poland or other European countries, they are very good. So we have connections with people from there. Our friends care about them. So, and we try to care about refugees internal, which now are in Lviv. So we have a lot of internal refugees, but our government organized a good process, and we are also involved in this process of helping people. We have a lot of different direction. We help with food, clothes, we organizing order. We also organize deliverance of to deliver the food and other things to Kiev. So we are involved in this process and try to help in Ukraine on our places as well.
Yeah, we also heard of aid pouring in from ENC donations, organized mainly through Poland, also through Slovakia. What kind of goods have you received so far?
This car will arrive tomorrow only because it's not so easy to to pass it through borders. So, but we have we will get medicine and different things for these needs we have. So tomorrow I hope I will do some photos and will show you, because an 80-30 we have meeting to help to order these things.
Now you live in Lviv, which is mainly the center now of help and aid. Even many Western embassies have relocated to Lviv because the area is a bit safer. But we also hear about attacks. How is the situation in your area?
Generally, it's stable situation as it was before. So in Lviv, we have good situation now. Several times a day, we have alarm, sky alarm, how to say, but generally everything is good.
So we're hoping and praying that the situation will remain good for you, because this is something that is, of course, very much on our hearts. What else can you report about the situation? Especially, we were shocked to hear today that Russia took over the largest nuclear facility in Europe. This may also lead to power shortages. Do you have direct reports from the rest of the country? I can see you still have internet, you still have light. So I think in your area, this situation may be better than in other places of Ukraine.
Yes, so this night we was one step before the biggest nuclear catastrophe in the history of Earth, because Russian troops fight the biggest nuclear power plant in the Europe, in Zaporizhia city, and this plant in 60 times more powerful than Chernobyl was. So, and they attacked it with tanks. And you know, when I say that Putin is terrorist, it's true, because he used all methods to get result he wants, and he continue kill civil people. He killed, I think, 3,000 civil people. You know, it's very horrible. And this night, his troops, I don't know whether they wanted, but it was one step before the biggest nuclear catastrophe in Europe, in the world, I would say. So in this case, I would say that in dangerous situation, not only Ukraine is in dangerous situation, but the whole Europe and the whole world. And Ukraine, we see, and we are frustrated. Sincerely saying, we are frustrated because of the position of NATO and Europe. We see how weak European countries are mentally when they see Putin, and they are afraid of him. So we as Ukrainians are very frustrated because of position of NATO, because it doesn't want to cover, to close the sky above the Ukraine. So, and because of that, a lot of people are dying in Ukraine. And I would say that the blood of these people, blood of these children on the hands of those who are afraid of Putin in Europe. It's my main message, guys, to you. So it's dangerous, it's horrible. So it's you know, it's something we lose feeling that we are part of Europe now. So because we don't see that you want to fight for us. So it's a general Ukrainian understanding of the situation.
I think we can very well understand what you mean and what situation you are in. We, as the European network of community, at least there's one thing we can do, is stand aside, by your side. You've been a part of the ENC for many years now, which means you are part of Europe, and we also feel that you are part of us. So this would be our message. Of course, we cannot change the situation politically, but as you know, there are many people who are donating for this purpose, who are also opening their homes for refugees. Have you received any feedback from refugees who have left the country in the last few days?
Yes, I have. They are very impressed by the hospitality of our brothers and sisters. So I think that our relation in ENC is an example for the other Europe, because when I spoke about the frustrating of Europe, I didn't mean our relations between OX and ENC. I would say that US ENC communities really opened your houses for us. So, and we were accepted as a part of family. So all people who are now hosted by you are very impressed by your hospitality, by your love, by your mercy. And I think that your example is really example for the whole Europe. I would say it's really impressive.
And let me add one thing: we don't see this as a one-time thing. We see this as a long-term effect also. Come what may, we are standing by your side, and whatever happens and whatever it takes, we will offer as much solidarity as we can to stand with you, the people in Ukraine and those who had to leave the country. And this is also my request to everybody watching this video. I say this every time: share it with your friends. Think about possibilities, how to communicate with your friends, and also please be just aware of the possibility for donations for Ukraine. The money will be used mostly to transfer much needed goods to Ukraine. Can you just give us a short list of what you are expecting with the first delivery that is due tomorrow?
So I would say another thing very important. Very often I am asked what we need. And I say the best gift you can give for our women and children is to protect their fathers and their husbands. So I mean, we first of all, we need bulletproof vests, we need helmets, we need other ammunition which can protect our soldiers. And very often I hear that European countries give you a lot of such things. So I would say it's too little, because for our army and for our territorial defense, we need about 300,000, for example, bulletproof vests and helmets. So first of all, we need medicine from Europe, we need bulletproof vests, we need helmets. It's the most needed things in Ukraine now, because with refugees we deal by ourselves. So our people are very generous and they share what they have. But if we speak about helmets and bulletproof vests and medicine, there are no such things, such goods in Ukraine. So we need this first of all, and we need money for this. Please understand us. And I would repeat, the best gift you can give to our children and to our women is to protect their fathers and their husbands. I hope you understand what I mean.
Thank you for this very clear message. It's the first time in our lives, at least my generation, that we're faced with a war so directly, or you are even faced with it more directly, but perhaps we have to adapt our thinking to really see what is needed and what we can do to offer the support that is not only prayers, which is so important and it's offered up in many places, in many countries by many Christian movements, but it's also this kind of aid that we can give. So thank you to everybody who is supporting this cause, and especially thank you, Orest, for really standing up for the good things and for protecting your communities, your children, your women, and also standing as men of God before God, and may his protection be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brothers, for you being with us. So for us, it's really important to feel that we are part of family, and it's not only the words. We really feel your support and really feel that you love us and you try help us. So it's really important for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Orest.